We are back like a bad case of the clap. Right, hello, good evening everybody and welcome to XBL Party Podcast, episode 44, entitled, Holy Shit, What Did Xbox Do Last Night? Ta-da! How's it going, gents? Joining me tonight we have, I'm a Ghostbuster Ash, we have Sergeant Sentinel, and we also have the Bold Man Gamer, I don't know which way he is, down here.
It looks like you're trying to finger me. Stop it.
You wish. You'd love a good fingering, you would. Boosh. And that's how we got demonetized within the first minute of the show.
I've got some exciting news.
I've
just hit level 937 on Marvel Snap.
Oh Jesus!
I was about to say you've grown some hair. Got me excited.
No, that's.
Do you actually shave your head, or are you just naturally bald at this point?
No, I shaved my head.
So you're like Vin Diesel.
Yeah, that's where I got it from. After the original Fast and Furious film, all I could think was of family and baldness.
You're like Vin Diesel if you bought him off Wish. So it's been a great week. What has everybody been playing? Ash, you go first.
What have I been playing this week? Let me just get it up in front of me. I don't know. It's been a weird week where I haven't really played a huge amount. I've been playing a lot of indie games. I've been playing Underland: The Climb, which is like a platform puzzle game where you basically it's like 2D. You have to get like up to different floors basically of levels. By sort of like interacting with the environment and stuff like that. From Cubite Interactive, that's quite fun. I've been playing, I'm trying to see, there's loads of stuff, but then I just can't find it when it comes to mind. Recall, which is, I was playing last week, I played a bit more of that. Bit of WWE 2K22. And other than that, I can't talk about the couple of other games I'm playing because I'm under embargo, but they're the sort of ones.
Are you NDA'd?
I am NDA'd on a couple of them, yeah. For a couple. I'm hoping and praying that I'll be playing SpongeBob in the next week. That's what I want.
Hey.
But I've been sent Risen. They've re-released Risen. It's the same game. It's not like a remaster or anything, but THQ have pumped it back out, but like a Series X and S version, but it's got like a better frame rate and a better resolution. Same game and everything, but it just seems to run a lot better than the 360 port. So
yeah,
I've downloaded that, but then also the Stealth released a new Game Pass game, which we'll talk about later. So I've downloaded that as well. So like I had a list of what I was going to play, and then Xbox just went, "Fuck you, play some of this," and I'm like, "Oh no." And then we've got blooming Age of Empires as well. Is it next week, Age of Empires?
Yeah, soon, isn't it? I think it's tomorrow.
Soon, very soon. Tomorrow and next week, one of them. Cannot wait for that. I'm going to be all over that like a rash. Just sending turrets out everywhere.
I always sucked at Age of Empires because like I like building stuff. I don't really give too much of a shit about like building an army. I just like building houses and making pretty cities. So I'm here trying to like intricately build like a nice city, and it just starts getting fucking bombarded with like everything. I'm like, no, not the city, and I'm literally there spamming militia trying to get enough to take out.
I used to own a LAN gaming center, and that was one of the we had Age of Empires 2 on, and we used to always play it like in a group. And I remember one time I was like, right, I'm going to get this guy, and I didn't build any army or anything. I just spawned villagers en masse. I had about 100, like to max level villagers. I just had houses and villagers. I went to his base and just walled him in over and over and just kept constantly building walls. And because I had so many people, they were like instantly building these walls up. And then once I encircled his town and he couldn't get out, I just built turret towers all the way around his town. And they just killed him. I had no army. I just built him by construction workers, and it was amazing. But there was one guy who used to come in, and we used to play like on LAN, and I used to switch the cheats on. It pops up on the screen. It says cheats enabled, but he never cottoned on. So the rest of us were spawning all sorts of random stuff straight away.
Cheesesteak Jimmy's. You remember that? Cheesesteak Jimmy. I was Robin Hood for gold.
That's it. Yeah, all the facts gold, loads of things. And we're like on like level 4, like age 4, and he's still in like the Stone Age, like every time. Oh, we're horrible people, but it was a good laugh. So
yeah. BMG, what have you been up to other than Marvel Snap? Anything?
Yeah, Marvel Snap. Been jumping on to oh god, what's it called? Can't remember the name of it now. Quantum
Destiny
Break.
2.
Sorry,
Oh,
no, Destiny 2 has been off for a bit.
Playing Quantum Break.
Yeah, I've been playing some Quantum Break. Enjoying jumping back into that. I've re-downloaded Marvel's Avengers. Not had a chance to jump into it yet, but might have a quick bash on it after it showed, depending on how I'm feeling.
I'll have to have a play of multiplayer. I've still not managed to get a multiplayer game on that yet. So
yeah, it's a good game. It's good fun. What else have I been playing? Bit of Star Trek Online. I had to jump into that to give that a try. But that's about it, really. I've not really had a chance to cram in a lot, to be honest.
That is.
And Marvel Snap, obviously.
What about you, Sentinel? What have you been up to?
I did check out Hi-Fi Rush that released yesterday. It's very fast-paced. It's very, very well drawn. And the transition between cutscenes to action is pretty much seamless. And it feels like it definitely feels a lot like Sunset Overdrive kind of was. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. I'm also working my way through Terminator Resistance again on Twitch, of course. Just kind of waiting for the that studio's next game, RoboCop Rogue City, which is supposed to launch this year. So I've been playing through it. Of course, I'm a big fan of the Terminator franchise, Terminator and RoboCop. So it's one of those games that it's not necessarily a 10 out of 10, but it is fun, especially if you enjoy the series. And just getting me excited for RoboCop. I think RoboCop's going to be really great.
Nice. There it is. What have I been playing? I've been playing Gotham Knights. My God, I can't stand it. I honestly can't stand it. I've tried to like it. There was a lot of things that I wanted to like about it. It's not a good game, man. It's just not a good game. The combat happens in spite of you. It feels like the traversing the city is just clunky and just really awkward. It just doesn't feel very fluent. And then it's also 30 FPS, which makes it even less fluent. So I've started it now. I have to finish it, but that's what I've been playing mostly this week. Oh, I started playing, again, Hi-Fi Rush today. I love it. Yeah, I think it's great. It's like if Devil May Cry met... what was that other game? I can't remember the name of it now. Fucking hell, it's gone. I'll remember in a minute. Let me find it. I said it earlier. If Devil May Cry met Metal Hellsinger and dressed it in the clothes of Jet Set Radio, that is Hi-Fi Rush.
Nice.
I think it's great. I'm not very good at it. I'm having a hard time picking out the beat because the beats always happen. Your attacks always happen on the beat, but you have to press it in the beat to do the most damage and stuff. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to seeing where that one goes. I've just finished the first boss, I think. So yeah. So why don't we get into some topics? So obviously the big news this week is that Developer Direct happened last night. I wasn't there to watch it as it happened like these guys were. You can go back and catch their reactions after this stream if you want to. But yeah, what was your guys' overall thoughts and impressions of Developer Direct? Yeah, cool, awesome. I'm glad we have this chat. Fucking hell.
I mean, it was good. It was actually really good. I like the format. I think the format was phenomenal. It was perfect. It was short. It was to the point. It didn't have any filler. It had exactly what we needed to know. It showed us gameplay. It showed us the developers talking a little bit about that, giving us some information about it. And I think each one of the games shown, there was just enough of it to really get people excited and to give them a good idea about what the game involved, but not too much to where it felt like it bogged it down. It was perfect with its balance and with its pacing. So it was definitely great.
Yeah. BMG, what did you think?
Sorry, what was the question?
Jesus Christ. Developer direct impressions.
Yeah, it was for something new that they were trying. It was like they were trying to sort of go the Nintendo PlayStation sort of route where it was literally not all these people sat talking on a stage and a presenter. It was just games. That's what we saw. We knew what we was going to see. Yeah, we had that surprise, which sadly leaked the day before. But it was nice. It was literally, right, here are the games. This is the game first. Here's some gameplay. Here's the developers talking. Here's a release date. And it was good. It worked. You know, they got through it fairly quick, and I enjoyed it. It was really, really good. I do, like I say, I do hope they do more of them. You know, as Red as you were saying, maybe like 1 a quarter, something like that.
Yeah.
As because they've got all these studios. What are we now? 23, 24 studios. Yeah. So. And now we're kind of getting into that period where they've been quiet for so long. I know COVID's had a big effect, but they've kind of gone like all hands in, getting stuff done. Matt Booty has come out and said there's like loads and loads of games they want to show, but you know they won't let them show them yet. So you know, I think they've got enough to keep it going, to keep doing that. Just do 3 or 4 games, you know, just say which studio is going to show something. You know, you don't necessarily have to say, this is the game, this is the game, this is the game. You're going to see something from Turn 10. You're going to see something from Playground Games. You're going to see something from Bethesda Works, whatever, and do it that way. And then it's a surprise for the games we see because we have an idea what the studios are working on and do it that way. I think it was a good show. I think last night I said I gave it an 8 out of 10. It was good. It was just good. We didn't have all that fluff of, you know, as I said yesterday, Paris Lily coming on was Maverick and, you know, talking about 20 minutes about Flight Simulator guy, and the other guy sat next to him with his hands down his pants, touching himself, going, "Oh yeah, you can fly over any city and any airport." And it's like, oh my god, we don't need
12 minutes and 50 seconds, and you're going to have to cut that shit off.
But no, it was better. It was a better format, and I think positively looking on Twitter and things today, it was you know, it was people kind of liked how they did it, and hope they stick with it. I hope they do it in the showcase. Yeah. That's kind of the next thing. So I know we're going to have a Starfield thing. We're going to have a big deep dive in, and hopefully a release date. And hopefully when it comes to the showcase at E3, because they have announced, haven't they, that they're going to be at E3 or some form of E3 time, whatever it is. I hope they do the exact same thing with the showcase. You know, maybe have Phil come on at the start or the end just to give his little inspiring speech that he does. But yeah, it was good. It was good showing. I enjoyed it. It was a good bunch of games.
I like that they set expectations before the show even happened. It was like, this is what we're going to show off. Like, don't expect Starfield. That's coming at a different event. You know. And then they came out and they delivered that, but they also shadow dropped Hi-Fi Rush, which, you know, everybody's raving about. I'm seeing very little bad things about it, other than from, you know, the fucking usual ponies. But
BMG.
Yeah, I like the.
Sorry, go on.
I would really like them to do like one of these shows every quarter, just so they can come out. You don't have to get the big names in there. Don't have to come out and just say, you know, this is what, you know, our massive studios are working on. Even if they come out and say, look, this is what our indie titles that are coming out soon, I'd be happy with that. But yeah, I thought they set expectations. The pacing of the show was really good. The production of the show was really good. I tell you what, I didn't really care about Minecraft Legends until I saw the show last night. Now I'm a bit more invested. I think that'd be a really good game that you could play with friends. I think we should do like an XPN live stream or something where we're all together trying to take on bases and stuff. I think that'd be hilarious. But I thought it was a very solid show, and I thought Redfall looked incredible. There's a lot of people shitting on Redfall today, but honestly, they didn't show off a bad thing about Redfall. I thought it looked great.
See, the only thing I would say about Redfall, and I did say this last night, and I do honestly think it was just for the sake of the show. Like when they were showing these bosses and area bosses and the vampire gods, they made it look like you could kill him in seconds. They made it look too easy, and I'm assuming that is just for the sake of the show, just to show,
Yeah,
because obviously
it looked
otherwise
like
you're there for hours.
It looked like they just basically wanted to show off like a scenario that you will play out throughout the game.
Yeah,
but like as condensed as possible.
Yeah,
like there was that mission where you got to go to the lighthouse and rescue and like get a bulb or something from a different. I think that's all part of the show. I didn't think
that lighthouse bit. I think that's actually towards the end of the game, because the idea is they're blocking the sun and something to do with the lighthouse stops that. But because they did sort of say after you've done that, you've got to go and clear all the areas. The bit that freaked me out, because obviously I love horror, but horror games I'm very on, because it's like I'm walking into a room and I'm going, I don't want to walk into this room. I know it's going to scare the shit out of me, but you do it anyway because you have to. Yeah. When you go into that house and it's dark and you've just got that torch, and the minute you showed that, I was like, nope, I don't like that. And
I love Dying Light. I love Dying Light. I love Dying Light too, but that creeped me out. I don't like that whole flashlight looking through fucking small enclosed room feeling. Do you know what I mean? Like that really intimate shit. Something jumped out at me kind of feeling. I don't like that feeling on edge all the time.
Yeah, I think the biggest disappointment of that show was all you got for Forza Motorsport was coming in 2023. So clearly that's going to be a back end of the year game. I know.
Sorry, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, why don't we get a Forza release date?" You're not going to get a release date this early. Forza has always launched at the holiday period. Every year it's come out. So for anybody to come out thinking they're going to like name drop, March or May for it to come out, you're fooling yourselves if that's what you thought going in.
No, but you could have if it is like as you say. I don't play racing games. Still haven't played a racing game. But also, you thought it would have said holiday 2023.
Yeah, it will be a holiday 2023. But you got to think they're going to come out at E3. They'll probably do their grand thing where they have like a supercar on stage, and like they always do with Forza Motorsport. I don't understand why people were thinking they were going to drop a release date for Forza yesterday.
Well, didn't Jeff Keighley say yesterday that it was releasing in June?
No, he said by the end of June.
By the end of June, that's right.
That could just be based on
their previous statement.
Yeah, and the fanboy in him just wanting to like be like riling people up if it doesn't come out. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, I
hope that's not the case, but that's what I felt a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, he's just saying that to But I doubt he just comes across like that.
Muppet, the difference between Forza Motorsport, they just said come in 2023. Spider-Man 2, all they have said is holiday 2023. At least they said it's holiday and not just coming in 2023.
Yeah, but it was spring 2023 originally.
Oh no, I do think it is, like you say, going to be holiday 2023. I agree with you, but why not just say that?
You got to think, right? If Starfield is going to come out in the first half of 2023, like the website claims, and you got Redfall in May, it makes no sense to stack 3 games right at the first half of the year.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm agreeing with you that it makes sense it being their holiday 2023 title. But that's what I'm saying. Why not just say holiday 2023? And then if it comes out earlier, it's good PR to say, hey, it's here sooner. It's fine. Like you say, it's probably going to be saved for E3 showcase or something like that, which is fine. Isn't there an event on today?
They're talking about Motorsport more on the Forza Monthly. They do one every month. But
they basically revealed a few new cars are coming. They didn't really show a lot more, so don't get your hopes up that it's going to be amazing today. I think it's already happened. But like I say, I'm sure I saw there was like 3 new cars that have never been in Forza announced.
Yeah. But it looked beautiful, though. Everything they talked about, what they showed, how all the physics work with it and stuff like that. Really good. And it does. And I'm not a racing game fan, and it looked really good. I was impressed.
Isn't Motorsport the first 4K 60 with real-time ray tracing on a racing track? It's the first one, isn't it? GT7.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
pretty much.
Which is awesome.
And they're going to be looking to redeem themselves as well after 7. I think because 7 they've kind of lost their way with. We talk about this all the time, but the difference between Motorsport 6 and Motorsport 7 was night and day. 7 just didn't feel right from the off.
Yeah, Well, and they're having that new career mode, I guess, for Forza Motorsport 8. I don't think they've ever done one before. I know Grid Legends recently did that, and in my opinion, it was actually really good.
The only thing I would... Sorry.
No, you're right, go on.
I would have said the only thing I think they shouldn't have had in that show yesterday was ESO, because the next day, today, they're having a whole reveal ESO event for the new expansion and what's coming to it. Kind of like, why have it here to announce you're going to announce it tomorrow? Because that's all you really got.
Because most people don't watch those standalone shows.
Yeah.
Whereas more people will get their eyes on it and go, ooh. Plus, they announced it's all going for free, so it's kind of like a win in that situation. That's why they do it.
Yeah, I would have rather have seen what the other MMOs ZeniMax are working on, because obviously they have got one that they're quite far ahead in now, because they have hinted that there's going to be a reveal this year of it. So I thought maybe I would have personally had that instead, and maybe tune in tomorrow for more info about ESO or something like that. But obviously, to be fair, other than that, you can't knock it. It was exactly what they said it was going to be. Games and the actual devs talking about the games while seeing it in action, and didn't look very good when it was showing all these studios and all the stalls were empty. Just after 10,000 people have lost their jobs, it's like, where's everyone at? But no, it was good. I enjoyed it. It was good showing. I hope they do more of it in that format.
I want to see more of them, to be fair. I don't like it when you get these massive gaps where nobody knows what's happening at Xbox. You know what I mean? Like, we've said this before on the show, but I don't like it when it's just E3 and then there's nothing till Christmas. I want to be constantly reminded of what's coming out, and that's what I need. State of play, get it. State of delay, PlayStation. And I think Nintendo do one, don't they? Like every couple of months.
I'd say, Nintendo actually do it the best. Even, I know PlayStation State of Play's their format's really good, but I do think Nintendo actually have the best format, how they do it. It's they're really good. But one question, though, because I'm not a Minecraft fan, I'll try and word it without putting bad words in. Is it normal? Is it normal the characters have male genitalia on their faces for a nose?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So it wasn't just me.
Don't act like it's just because you're not jealous.
Oh, well,
He's jealous because the ones on their face is bigger than the one between his legs.
Hey, if I could have something like that swinging on my face, I'd be an happy guy. It reminds me of that. Remember Juice Bigelow Male Jiggle, the one in Europe, where he dates that woman, she's got a cloth over her face, and when she gets excited, she gets an hard-on her nose.
I was in that movie so long.
No, I know I've never seen a villager, Fimber, because I don't play Minecraft, because I'm not like 4.
Oh, don't come at me with that bullshit. I was playing Minecraft for ages when I was
play Marvel
in my 30s.
Well, I've just won my last 2 games, so I'm happy.
I used to love the villagers. Every 2 seconds. I managed to convince Timmy once that you have to punch the villagers to get them to drop pens for plastic. And he was going around murdering all the villagers. It's fantastic.
Yeah. But I don't think I could play that game with you, Redders, because I think you'd end up shouting at me.
We still need to do the live stream.
We wouldn't be friends anymore after that.
That's what we need to do.
Disneyland.
Yeah,
I've
got an expansion for it where it's basically they've remade Disneyland in Minecraft. And you can go on all the rides and everything in Minecraft.
Nice.
What happened to that Disney World Disneyland racer? You know that kart racer?
It's due out soon, I think.
Right. Yeah, because I'm sure that was meant to be out by now, surely.
I don't know.
But, no, good show.
That's Ash's area of expertise.
But good show. I'm hoping we're going to get an announcement at Starfield very soon, because I need to see that 4K 60.
The funny thing about this is, like myself and BMG, we're both gaming on the same platform, but we have a slightly different opinion on some things. But
slightly.
We both agree that this show was great. And you're seeing that a lot across Twitter, across social media, that people are like, hey, this format works for Xbox, they need to stick with it.
Yeah, I agree. And for those of you wondering, this is Hi-Fi Rush right here. Fantastic little game.
But that obviously that is another good thing as well. That for some people it was a surprise. Tango Gameworks was going to be there and have this game. We know it leaked the day before, but nobody knew it was going to shadow drop the day of the event. That was quite a good, nice little surprise and a win from the Xbox side of stuff. It's nice.
I want to see them do that more because it does like boost morale, doesn't it, amongst the community? Everybody's always shitting on Xbox saying that there's no games and stuff, and then they shadow drop not only a game on the event, but it's a really good game on the event. I want to see them like do this again. I think this is a really nice touch.
And it's
Starfield.
It's like Hi-Fi Rush isn't even that big of a game as far as like AAA, AA, any of that. But it's such a fresh feeling game. It's so fun. It's like Xbox, if you're having your studios take chances like that, definitely drop those as shadow drops because people will appreciate them.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we're getting Starfield. I think we're gonna have a whole show. Todd's gonna ascend from the heavens. Hands raised. There's going to be an orchestra in the back.
All right, you know what? If Todd Howard is not wearing like all white robes descending from the ceiling, I swear I'm going to be pissed.
He's going to wear jeans and a leather jacket as he always does. But I think it's a chance it could be shadow dropped. I think it's ready. I think that game's ready to go. It was fully ready, start to finish, and side quest last year. He even said it's playable start to finish, all the factions, all the story, everywhere you can go, it's done. It was just the whole polishing and improving a few bugs. Yeah, which I think that's why it was, you got that main delay because they knew, right, we need to get this right, get some stuff sorted, get some stuff fixed, get some support from the studios.
This takes us conveniently into our next topic, which is Starfield Release Date Announcement is coming very soon, says Bethesda. I believe him. Yeah, I think we'll get one soon. I don't think it'll be like imminent. We might get one in February or March. I can't see them doing like shows that close to each other.
Yeah.
But
it's hard because it's like this isn't like it's not going to be an event to have a few games. It's a dedicated one game thing. I don't think they would have to worry about it being too close to this developer. I think if we are going to get it, I think it'll be towards the end of February. But I think they're going to hang fire for waiting to see what PlayStation do because there's the rumoured state of play in February. So I think they'll wait till they've announced what they're doing before they pick a date.
I'll tell you what, speaking about PlayStation, I was quite surprised to see Neil Druckmann's comments today saying that they're not going back to Uncharted and there might not even be a The Last of Us Part 3.
Yeah, I was
quite surprised by that.
They don't need to go back to it, though, because they'll just remaster it for the next 17 years. They'll probably remaster Last of Us 1 again before the end of the PS5 generation, because that's so fire.
But you say this, right? Sales of the PlayStation 5 version of Last of Us up 230%.
Yeah, but if you've got nothing else, of course you're going to buy it.
No, it's because of the show. It's the show that's done it. This is it. They picked a perfect time to do it. I hope I get a Twisted Metal game when that show drops. The show's probably going to be shit, but I can't wait.
I read something really cringy. The other day. Apparently, fans are unhappy because Bella Ramsey isn't pretty enough to play Ellie from The Last of Us. But what you're really saying, Ellie from The Last of Us in Part 1 was 14 years old. So they're outing themselves as fucking nonsense. I think.
Bella Ramsey, she's actually 19. In the show, she is 19, but playing a 14-year-old. But I thought she was perfect for the part.
She does a really good job.
She's great.
Did you watch the first 2 episodes?
Yeah.
I've seen the first episode. I haven't seen the second
really good.
Episode yet.
Yeah. She's really, really good. Fits the part perfectly. Slight different take on the character, but she's perfect for the part. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think she's a good actor. She's a good young actor as well.
I still haven't seen the second episode. I've been working my way through Peaky Blinders, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to watch it because that show is incredible. But yeah, I really enjoyed the first episode. Hour and a half, maybe a bit too long for an episode. I felt like I was watching a movie. But no, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, Yeah, I think it was just because obviously I think the original plan was drop the first 2 episodes. The first episode I think was going to be a little bit shorter, but I think they just did it as because it's like a premiere. Do it that way. The second one's a bit shorter, but it's good. It's good, and yeah,
Still a good hour though. The second one, isn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah. But the second one. There's a lot more happening in it. It's really good. But yeah, it's not surprising to be honest. I think Uncharted 4 was kind of the end of the series anyway. They literally ended the series and then did a time jump to when he's a lot older and he's got a kid and all that. So it's like, I think it was obvious that it was going to end. Maybe you could do spin-off from Uncharted with different characters.
Well, the Lost Legacy, the Lost Legacy proved they can do that spin-off though,
exactly.
And it worked pretty well. You know,
I'd like to see one with Sully and his and Drake's brother. That'd be quite cool. Go down that route. You know, do something. You don't need to keep dragging Nathan Drake getting older and older. It's like seeing Harrison Ford in all the Indiana Jones films.
Yeah.
This new one, I believe he has a Zimmer frame in part of it. When he has, it drops it and then uses his. Even though I'm going to watch that film because I love Indiana Jones, but it's one of them things.
I don't get why they didn't bring Shia LaBeouf back.
They explained it in this film.
It's because he was a psycho. All that stuff he did. Started walking around the streets naked with a bag on his head and shit.
But he went off the rails a bit, but some of the accusations that were thrown against him were disproven. Like, he just went through a rough patch. I think a lot of people... I mean, how the fuck is Ezra Miller still fronting the Flash, for fuck's sake?
That's just because Warner Brothers are desperate. Disney are quite a lot more strict, aren't they? They're quite... They don't want to tarnish that. Yeah. He's got no chance coming out. And to be honest, I didn't even like him in Indy 4. He was too horrible to Indy.
I cannot stand him.
I can't. He's a weirdo.
I would say he's a weirdo. I just don't like him.
Sometimes you do need to get to that point where you just... Anyway, just got to get to that stage where games have just got to stop instead of keeping them going.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it sounds really...
we're playing that, are we?
Sounds really selfish. But the only reason why I want Starfield to come out now is because I want them to start working on Fallout 5. Like, that's the only reason I want that game to come out.
That's reasonable. I love Fallout, so that's reasonable.
But we're not even getting Fallout 5 after this, are we? We're getting the Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, we'll have Fallout 5 in like...
Obsidian, I think, next.
Fallout 5 will be like in 2040 or some shit.
When I'm fucking already in the ground.
Yeah.
Never get to play it. Great.
Yeah, I know.
But no, I do like the size and scope of Starfield. It's just, I don't know. I played No Man's Sky. I think that's what's tainted my impressions of it, and I really enjoyed No Man's Sky. And I just think that Starfield is No Man's Skyrim. So it's, I'm having a hard time with it. And what we saw at E3 was fucking awful. It was just awful.
It looked all right. It was just the gunplay was all over the shot. You could tell it was a slice that wasn't that well. The AI was awful. The AI was
sub
really
30 though. Like there was scenes that were blatantly sub 30. It just stuttered and shook like a shitting dog. It was just not a good look.
But this is why I think they've kind of obviously the same thing with Halo when that got shown and the reception that got, and then they pulled it back, delayed it, made it look absolutely amazing. The Halo looks good, looks amazing. It's a dead game. It's on life support.
Well, Halo.
Yeah. They've scrapped all the story content. They've all that's gone. Even though spoilers for the game ends on a cliffhanger, sort of cliffhanger, but kind of hints that there's more coming, and that's all been scrapped.
Apparently they're not scrapped because they hadn't started the campaign DLC or anything yet.
Yeah,
but they've shelved it.
It does look like they are moving Starfield to the forefront and pulling Halo back a bit.
Yeah,
it looks like.
I don't know. I just think it's this year's big game. Why would you put Halo on your box when you've got Starfield you want to promote? I wouldn't do it. I'd put Starfield on my box because.
But when the Series X came out, Halo was still a year and a half away from release.
Well, it wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to launch with the Series X, and they'd already printed the boxes, and because they delayed it last minute, so.
Finber, you say Halo's doing just fine, but the actual player rate at the moment is fairly low. Maybe it might change if they get more. It's not doing well. There just needs more to it. I don't think Infinite will carry on as how they planned it. I think we're just going to get the next Halo game, which will be Halo 7.
I think they're going to keep pushing with Infinite. Also, you've got to remember, though, Steam numbers don't mean much because people that would be playing it on multiplayer, you would play it on Game Pass for free, so you wouldn't play it through Steam the majority of the time. Obviously, some people will play through Steam, those die-hard Steam fans. But other than that, a lot of them won't want to play it. I wouldn't play it through Steam. I'd play it through the Microsoft launcher because obviously it's free. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I had fun in the multiplayer, but it just got boring. It was just the same thing over again and again. And I know Forge is meant to introduce more, but Forge still hasn't actually dropped. Is it still the beta side of it? I think so. It's not actually properly in there. And the story, the story wasn't exactly anything special or exciting, but most people just like to play the campaign to play co-op with friends, and you can have a good laugh. We had a good laugh when we jumped into the story, pissing about, and it was fun, and it is fun. But when it came out, and obviously co-op wasn't there, I played it on my own, and I just didn't enjoy it as much as I thought. Looked good, looked beautiful. There was some interesting characters, but things just seem rush. You're literally forcing you to go from one end of the map to the other. And it was just, I don't know. But I think, Starfield's kind of taking that top spot for now until Halo can figure out what it's doing, I think.
I wonder if... sorry, go on.
Well, I was just going to say, with Halo, it kind of felt like they made a lot of promises and they just never made good on them. And if they wouldn't have said anything, then people wouldn't have been expecting, the co-op and all this other stuff. Because, it was back in the day, but if they never would have said anything, people could have said, oh, well, they never really promised it. But they did promise it, and they promised all this other stuff, and then they never made good on it. So that's why a lot of people are pissed about Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
But it's the monetization side as well. You look at the battle passes that you get. I'll tell you one good thing they do about the battle passes. Whether you got the very first battle pass or the 5th battle pass, whichever one they're up to now, you decide which one you want active to unlock stuff, so you never lose out on any of them.
I think that's a good thing.
That's brilliant.
A lot of games need that.
Yeah,
but
brilliant.
What I didn't like about the storefront was that there was a lot of shit missing from Halo Infinite when the game launched. A lot of stuff was buggy, a lot of things didn't work properly, but the fucking store was right there working. When the game launched, like that, it had no issues. So it obviously shows where their priorities were.
I wouldn't say it had no issues because if you think about it, the store didn't even have it didn't have like a search function. You could literally only see what was on the first page. I think that might still be the same case right now. To be fair,
but that might be only what's available, isn't it, for that time period?
They have changed it a bit. The problem is with all the stuff you can unlock through the battle passes that you pay for, the armor looks dull, dirty. It doesn't look that good. If you want the really shiny, awesome-looking armor, you've got to pay for it.
Yeah, that's the downside to Infinite's stuff. All the stuff you can unlock is like colour schemes and stuff, and it's just crud. You have to pay for anything. Do you know what I mean? I totally agree with that. That's one thing that put me off Halo. The multiplayer, like I want customizations and stuff like that, but what they give you is rubbish. It's like I want like silly hats and stuff like that. Fortnite, as much as people don't like Fortnite, has got that down to an absolute T. How to like do costumes. Same with Fall Guys. I mean, I don't like the monetization costs, but Fall Guys has an amazing amount of content. Like every other day, there's a new costume, and it's an IP that you know of. So it's like, it's an Xbox character. It's PlayStation. It's Undertaker. Do you know what I mean? It needs to be stuff like that. And I know it breaks a bit of canon in Halo. But who cares? You're shooting each other. It's multiplayer. It shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
It's made me really disappointed that there's a Doom Slayer skin in Fortnite before there's one in Halo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, perfect game for it. Doom Slayer versus Master Chief. Even if it's just a skin for multiplayer, they've missed the fucking trick there.
Yeah.
I mean, they own the IPs. There's no reason why it shouldn't have happened.
No, but they've restructured now. They've got new management in place. They've got. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I am sad, and it's upsetting that 10,000 people have lost jobs across the games as well as other services. And I do hope they all land on the feet. But I'm also hoping. I think Phil Spencer made a statement. It was literally everyone that was performing the least kind of got dropped, didn't they? That was the idea. So hopefully that dead weight of Halo's gone and we can get some.
Everybody keeps coming back to 10,000 people have been laid off, but out of all the big tech companies, like they're one of the highest companies that laid off the least.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Amazon was 18,000, Google 12,000, Meta was 11,000, Microsoft laid off 10,000.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people are like, oh, they're the bad guys. They got a fucking acquisition on the way. Like, I don't get that mentality.
No, I think that's it. It's all because of the acquisition, because they were going to take on all these new studios, all these new employees. But it's literally like any business, any company. If you're paying someone to do nothing, because they're not really doing anything, why keep them on the payroll? Yeah,
that's why Elon Musk and Twitter faced such backlash, because he literally came in, saw loads of people doing fuck all and fired them. Yeah. These people didn't even know what their job was, and he fired them, and everyone was like, oh my god, Twitter's failing, Twitter's going to die. No, it's not. It's just cutting dead weight. And that's what Muppet said. They're still up 30,000. Do you know what I mean?
Because every business in the games industry, entertainment and what have you, everyone hired up because of the pandemic, because things were selling like crazy, and now that's kind of at that end side of it. It's like, well, what do you do? Oh, I just do this, and it's like, well, he could do that, and that, so we don't need you, and you. It's just one of them. Yeah. It's about it's business. That's how business works. It's not a charity, but exactly. I'm hoping with a bit more of a condensed team, new leadership, that they can go in a direction now where it's tighter control, better quality. Even if it takes longer, let them take longer. Who cares? As long as it releases a solid, good game that people are going to enjoy, take as many years as you want. I don't really care.
A lot of people are conveniently ignoring the fact that all these tech companies watch they watch the economy, they watch what's coming up ahead. If it's gonna get harder, they just lay people off. You saw the same thing in 2000. It was like 2007 they started doing that because we remember the economy took a dip. Yeah. And that's all it is. It has nothing really to do with necessarily even the acquisition. It's just every tech company right now is watching it, but they're just only paying attention to Microsoft and Xbox because it's cool to hate on Xbox. It's like, get the hell out of here with that shit.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's like the Washington Post. I heard it today on Grub Snacks, Jeff Grubb show. They literally, boss came in. I think Jeff Bezos actually owns the Washington Post, separate from Amazon. He went in. They set up I can't remember if it was last year or year before. It's called Launcher, and it's pretty much, because Washington Post is one of the biggest newspapers in the world. It was all dedicated to gaming and proper gaming, where they got interviews with top people in the industry, and it was really, really good. But because it wasn't performing as well now, he's going to shut it all down and fire them all. Some have been reassigned to other places, and the others have been let go. But that's just business. If things aren't being performed, or bringing in the viewers, making money, or then it's time to go, because no point paying someone for nothing.
Yeah, guys, we've got 8 people watching, but only 7 likes. If you are enjoying the content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really does help us out with the algorithm and whatnot. And also, make sure you turn the quality up to 720p. I mean, we don't get 1080p, but I've just noticed that mine autos to 320. So if you want to see my beautiful face in higher fidelity, make sure you crank that quality up.
We don't.
So I'll tell you what. Let's move on to our next topic, which is Obsidian considered making an Avatar 2 game. Who cares? Have any of you guys seen the new movie?
No.
And I don't plan on doing either. I don't want to see blue aliens running around with just a piece of cloth covering the bits and a tail flapping that they stick into other animals to... No, it's not my kind of thing.
I've not watched the original Avatar.
I've seen the original Avatar. But it can be all summarized as one man's quest to find new legs. That's it. That is the movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gets put inside an alien and some weird shit happens. Some guy thinks, "Oh, you're all crazy. We're going to kill you all." And then it's like, "Because we want your tree." "Oh no, you can't have our tree. Our tree's sacred. We stick our tails in our tree.
We want your tree."
They did. They wanted that big tree, and they were like, "No, it's ours."
It's basically it's Fern Gully is what it is.
And this new one is things come out the water. Haha! Even though you didn't see us in the first film, we were underwater this whole time. Now we want your tree. You know, Habitat.
I like that Zoe. Is it Saldana? I can never get her fucking surname right. Zoe Saldana.
Yeah,
the one who plays Natiri. I think she's a great actress.
But there's some weird shit's gone on though, because like Sigourney Weaver's in the new one, but I know she died in the first one. Yeah, it's a kid, and it's like, who was she banging through that film as a giant blue alien when all the shit was going down?
They can put their human spirits into these avatars, like that's the whole point.
But it didn't work for her, did it?
Oh, I can't remember. It's such a long time ago.
Yeah, no. Remember, it didn't work for her, but she was banging some other blue alien.
That's because she was on death's door, though. That's why they couldn't get to her in time, I guess. She was already...
It's just wrong. It's just wrong. It just doesn't make sense. It's stupid and it shouldn't exist. Go away, you stupid blue people. You big long tails.
But yeah, Obsidian considered making an Avatar 2 game. I believe it's probably been handed off to Ubisoft, hasn't it? Because they're making one.
It's not the same game. It's just Obsidian, at one point, they did a pitch for one. And then they decided not to bother, and they went with Avowed and stuff instead. So,
all right, probably made the right choice there then.
Yeah, that's true, Muppet. Sigourney Weaver did die multiple times in Aliens and still came back. So hey,
she died twice, didn't she?
Yeah, but they brought her back, and then she died.
Actually, she died once, didn't she?
She died once. She died at the end of Alien 3.
Yeah, but and then Resurrection, wasn't it? Because burst out of her chest just as she's falling into the fucking vat or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's the only time.
I think I was the only one that was
that's the only
turned
time.
on by that.
Something not right with you, BMG.
Oh, this mixture of medication I'm on.
What, alcohol and vape?
Yeah, right.
I tell you something, it is a bad combination. I'm still feeling like shit, but I've still got a Foster's and my vape in my hand.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh. How I'm not dead.
I'll tell you what, this topic's a bit shit, so we'll move on to the next one. Obsidian Studio Head wants to make a new Fallout game before he retires. Now, it's important to mention that this is the same Studio Head that put out Fallout New Vegas. And I absolutely want him to make a new Fallout before he retires. Maybe a Fallout New Vegas 2, or, I want to see it happen. What do you guys think?
I think it will.
No. I think it's a tease. I think it's a tease.
Yeah, I would like to see that, but before he retires, I mean, how old is this guy? It's going to be years until we get one, so...
He's what, 18?
Oh, Jesus.
He's a young guy.
I think they're already working on it. I think they're all, not fully, but I think there's a few people in Obsidian working on a Fallout game.
Like pre-production.
Yeah, I think they've got Avowed, they've got what is it called? Thingy 2.
Fallout Stevenage.
Oh, what was it called?
Is that before the nukes dropped?
Their Fallout game that they did, but it wasn't Fallout, but it was basically Fallout.
Oh, the Outer Worlds.
Yeah, they've got that. They've got those two, Avowed and Outer Worlds 2. They're the two main games. I think they've got a side team that's working on like a mini project, like Grounded and the other one that's just come out. And then I think there might be a small team have already started working on like early designs and stuff for a Fallout game. So when Avowed's out, when Outer World's out, they can move one of those main teams over to Fallout and start like ramping.
Because I think they have four internal teams, don't they? So
something like that, yeah.
Grounded probably hasn't got much more to go. I don't think there's a great deal more they could really add into that.
They've finished the game. Like they've made them big again. So there's not a whole lot they can do with Grounded at this point.
But I think it's a tease that we are going to see something, in the future. Because I don't think Xbox PR would have kind of let him say it.
Here's the thing, right? If Microsoft has got their fingers on the pulse of what people want. People have been asking for a Fallout New Vegas 2 for ages. Wasn't possible before because Obsidian and Bethesda weren't, they didn't have the need to work together again now. By bringing in Obsidian and Bethesda and having them under one roof, there's no reason why they shouldn't be making a Fallout New Vegas 2. That is literally a game that people will go fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for. People will go bonkers for a Fallout, a New Vegas 2.
Yeah, that's true. It just comes down to manpower, though. Like, if they have the manpower, and you can have tons of manpower, but if you can't manage multiple projects, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah. But no, I absolutely believe they should be working on New Vegas 2. I think people would go nuts for it. I would fucking certainly go nuts for it. If they were to come out of stage at E3, by the way, guys, it's not for a while yet, but we are working on a new Fallout. I will literally fucking scream the house down. For real. I've been wanting a new sort of Fallout for ages. Fallout 76, I wanted to like it, but I think they dropped the fucking ball too much on it. And it's been years since Fallout 4 came out. We're due a new Fallout.
Yeah. To be honest, would you want to see New Vegas 2, or would you want to see them in a different setting? I want to see that London one. That mod team that put that Fallout London stuff together looked absolutely amazing. Fallout London.
Did they get hired though by Bethesda?
Majority. Majority did. Yeah, but I do believe some of them have got other positions within Microsoft Gaming. So it'd be cool if they did. I'd rather have Fallout London.
I wouldn't mind. I would happily see like a Fallout New York as well, or a Fallout San Francisco. We just had if it is going to be in that same universe where you had New Vegas, there's no reason why it can't, have Fallout San Francisco. It's literally just up the road, or a Fallout LA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I really hope they make that soon.
Yeah, I don't know if they've had a Fallout set in Los Angeles, have they?
They haven't. No, I think Fallout 3 was set in Washington. I think.
Yeah, and DC. And then this one was set in Boston, right? Around Boston.
Yeah, Boston. Is it the Appalachian Mountains?
No, the Appalachians was Fallout 76.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's get Fallout Brazil, and we can all run around as Fabio.
Fallout Brazil.
I gotta shoot you mutant with my milk gun.
The only thing that survived the nuke was Fabio's milk shop. Fabio has now joined the Brotherhood of Steel.
The game writes itself.
What is going on, Scott? Good evening, buddy. Good to have you here.
The new leader of the Brotherhood of Steel, Luke Steele.
Yes. The founder of the Brotherhood of Steel, Luke Steele, comes out in a big mech suit.
Yeah.
Talks about acquisitions. Fires a big gun.
He has that little Joker statue on his shoulder.
I'd buy that game.
Yeah.
No, I need new Fallout, man. It's been too long. Anyway, moving on.
Didn't they? Sorry, that Fallout 4 didn't that just receive optimized patch or the Xbox Series X patch auto HDR FPS boost?
Something
FPS
like that.
Boost. Yeah, it got FPS boost.
Through the console. Yeah.
It's now in a state worth playing. Like back on the Xbox One, it ran like shit, but it told really good stories. Moving on. Phil Spencer has addressed the Microsoft layoffs. I can't really even remember what he said. It was something like, "This is a really painful and trying time for Microsoft," etc.
I'm glad you put it as a topic. Just saying.
Yeah, like, it felt worth like newsworthy before.
Yeah.
It doesn't now.
That's it. You've
We've
all
got so much better news.
You've all forgiven Microsoft's sins because they're like, "Hey, look at this new game! Woo.
No.
Free game."
Let me try and find it. Oh yeah, Phil Spencer has addressed this week's round of job cuts at the company, telling staff they were painful choices. But at least he said something. You know, he could have just not said anything.
I mean, if I was him, I wouldn't have said shit because it's not like he laid him off. Why did the head of Why did the head of Microsoft
No,
But why did the head of why did the head of Microsoft not come out? Because it was the board of directors that decided that shit.
No, but it was down because Phil Spencer is CEO of Microsoft Gaming. He was the one that had to pick the people being let go on Microsoft Gaming side.
No, you know what? He should have come up with like wearing a leather jacket and sat on a desk and lit up a cigarette and said, "Oh, we had to let the weak motherfuckers go. Fuck them," and that's it. That's his announcement right there. Everyone will be like, "What? What are you doing?"
Bad boy Phil.
Right. So it's shit when people get laid off, but they'll land into other positions and shit. I mean, ever since they announced the layoffs, there's been loads of companies saying, "Look, we're looking for this." So I'm pretty certain they'll land on their.
Yeah, I think it was Naughty Dog came out the next day and said, "Look, we've literally got, sorry if everyone's lost. We've got shed loads of positions open across multiple studios. So there are other studios taking on. No one's going to go to Ubisoft because it's just a shithole." Hello, Gilmore. We are hiring because we had to sack half our staff because I sexually harassed them. Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck off, Eve. Pull the other one. It's got bells on it.
Yeah, they're going to land on the feet. There's multiple studios, developers that are just crying out for staff. They can't, Embracer, they'll probably take shed loads on because they've got that many studios making so many games.
Embracer have slowed down the event. They had a thingy call where they were like, they're going to have to sort of fill up the pockets because some of their games haven't done particularly well.
Saints Row
was one of them, and Destroy All Humans 2, which is a shame.
Yeah.
Destroy All Humans 2 is actually pretty decent, but it sucks. It sucks when people get laid off, especially when Nadala still gets his big paycheck at the end of it. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit. Yeah. He got a big bonus, like 50 million or something like that.
You got a 50 million bonus.
Yeah, that's what
50
I mean.
million.
Something like that. Honestly, it was huge.
Nintendo did it right. Nintendo. So CEO on the board purposely made every top brass take a pay cut so they didn't have to lay anyone off.
So
that's what they should have done.
His bonus alone could have bought half of Sony.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
I'm sure it was something silly like that. He made a right killing. Apologies if I'm wrong, people. Feel free to correct me, but don't.
That's mental, man.
It were massive. I'm sure he made a right fortune. To say that they've gone down in a load of different categories. Not 50 million.
Yeah, 50 million. That's crazy money.
Yeah. Not a billionaire. What the hell he'd be really?
For a bonus. That's not including his salary.
He's a billionaire. Of course he is.
Yeah, but 50 million could have paid for a lot of people. But it's true. It's true in any walk of life. Even in like my company, they're not giving out as many bonuses this year and stuff like that. Even though, like, we've been bought by bigger companies and stuff, so it's just everyone's tightening the purses up in anticipation of it getting worse. I think so.
No, but even like if you said, "Oh, we'll all take pay cuts to keep these people on," isn't that just putting a band-aid over it? It's not fixing the problem. You're still going to have. It's still going to be just money coming out left, right, and centre because you've got all this staff on that aren't performing as well as the other staff.
Yeah, but that's management's fault, though. You know, you got a good manager, he can get those people to work. That's all it is.
Look,
is it down to
Activision?
Is it down to like their performance, or is it down to the fact they're just not needed? Do you know what I mean?
Could be, it could be a number of things. Get rid of Matt Booty. We don't need him. Once in a blue moon, he comes on and goes, I went around the studios, asked if I could show the games. They told me
all
no.
in development still.
Went to the next one.
Everything's cushy.
Yeah. Get rid of Matt Booty. He just looks like a deer in headlights whenever you see him. It's like when they get him on camera, it's like he's just walked in the room after being for a shit and like, I was going to show these games, but he said no, we don't want to yet. Sorry.
He's just walked into the room like he's just had a shit.
Camera stood outside toilet.
That is amazing.
Wow.
So
why would you hire someone with the last name Booty? It's just like
because he's in charge of the treasure.
They thought it was just like some sort of party animal. Hey, Mr. Booty, you come show us what you got.
He should be head of CFE, shouldn't he? It's the lost, the lost chance there. That's clearly should have been.
I'm amazed that there isn't. I'm amazed that there isn't an NPC in Sea of Thieves called Captain Booty.
Missed opportunity.
Trick. Absolutely missing a trick with his resemblance. Captain Booty. All he has to sell is false promises. These games are coming this year. That's it. That's all he says.
Shaking his booty. They're a coming, boys. They're a coming. Oh dear.
Check out my chest of empty promises. Amazing. Right, let's get into another topic. Don't want to be here all fucking night. So, unfortunately, in a sad turn of events, 343 Industries is still going to be developing Halo. Yay. Any of you care?
Oof.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it?
Cancel Halo, reboot it all with a different studio.
That's what I want to happen, man. Like, how many fucking chances do you need? This is the fourth Halo, third Halo that's had issues.
Let's give it to Mojang. Let them make a Halo game. Probably be better.
Give it to Mojang.
Wow. That'll be interesting, at least.
Oh, jeez. I'd give it to fucking ID Software. Honestly, you've got these stellar first-party fucking developers in house. They're yours now. You own them.
Yeah.
Get them to work on Halo.
Yes.
Fuck me. The last two Dooms have been fantastic. There's no reason why ID Software shouldn't be working on it.
I don't think they want to slander it. No, I think Halo's tainted. Tainted.
No, you know what? If
tainted love.
If ID Software made Halo, that shit would be crazy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking wasted opportunity.
Like ID Software is that studio that they walk in the lunchroom and people give up their seats for them and shit.
Even Platinum Games could make a better.
And their engine's fantastic, isn't it? Their engine just looks fantastic. Doom Eternal was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I just want to see.
Amazing.
There was something online like I saw the other day about what happens if they were just became like a studio that wasn't a proper studio. They just managed the IP as such. And I was like, imagine all of those cool sort of Halo games made by other people. Would have been great. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to see more. Like, I want a horror game, a flood horror game. I want to see a like a space shooter game where it's like spaceships and stuff like that, battles. That'd be cool. There's all sorts they could do for it.
Well, you know, it was ID Software that actually got the shooting mechanics straight in Fallout, because before Fallout 4 they went to ID Software and they said, you know, help, and they got the shooting mechanics where they're badass now.
I felt it's a wasted opportunity. Should have at least let somebody have a fucking punt at it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, do what they do with fucking Call of Duty, alternate responsibility so it's not all put on one studio.
Yeah.
Like you make this Halo, you make next Halo, you make this Halo. Just try anything other than just keep giving it to the same fucking studio to fuck up every time.
But your other problem is you give Halo to another studio, that's taking that studio off a potential new IP they're making.
But but
if that studio wants to make it and they come to Microsoft and say, "Can we make this game?" Don't force people to, but let other studios make their name.
I mean,
on Halo.
There's a chance they're going to get in fucking Activision and all their first-party studios. Like, fucking get them out of the Call of Duty mine, shuffle them into the Halo mine, just crack the fucking whip on them a bit. Raven Software, here, try Halo.
Yeah, that's it.
Games, here, have a punt at Master Chief. Like, just fucking do something.
Yeah,
like
take them from one first-person shooter and shove them on another. Yeah, that'll boost morale. You've always wanted to get off Call of Duty. Yeah.
We know your shit. We know you're tired of making shit Call of Duties. Here, get in the fucking Halo mine for a bit. Just get in there and see what you can throw together.
It's like Bullseye. Bully special prize. You get to work on Halo. Look what you could have won.
You could have won.
And anyway, another news. Apparently, there's a screenshot going around. A leaked image of Gears of War 6, and possibly
that's been proven false, hasn't it?
Thank God.
Oh, fucking.
Where you been, Redders? Where you been?
I'm glad we updated that fucking topic on Discord. Let me just delete that.
You're the host, man. That's for you to do. We just turn up and look pretty and talk.
I turn up on the night. It's up to you guys to get the topics.
No, that's not how it works.
I'll tell you. Okay, another bit of news. Warhammer 4000 Darktide. They are delaying the Xbox release for some reason, and they're delaying the seasonal content rollout
because the PC version is very buggy. And people have complained. So instead of just acting like it doesn't exist, they're going to make the PC version work. And then they're going to work on the Xbox version and other releases. It does suck though, like that they've delayed it. But I'd rather it not be buggy as shit. Do you know what I mean?
The Warhammer games are notoriously shit. Like they haven't put out one that's performed right yet, and people are like, "Oh my god, it needs a patch." Well, yeah, they always fucking need a patch. They never work.
I was trying to be polite there, Luke, but you've said it in a nutshell, yeah.
Yeah, if they have to delay it, they have to delay it. It did look decent, but...
To be fair, like anyone can make a Warhammer game. You literally go in a Games Workshop and you give them a bag of crisps, and they're like, yeah, you can have the Warhammer license for summer. There's so many Warhammer games, and 90% of them are trash. But the good news is they all end up like on mega sales. I think I picked up Necromunda the other day for about £1 or something silly.
What was that last bag of shit they put out with the rats and stuff?
The rats?
You know what I'm on about? Yeah, it's like rats and stuff.
Vermintide?
Yeah, that was fucking rubbish. Jesus. That was the last Warhammer game I played. At least this one looked decent. But yeah, oh my god. Vermintide.
Obviously it was one.
Yeah. And moving on, Microsoft says Xbox monthly active users hit a record 120 million. Grats. I don't know what this means. Like everything else is down across the board, but at least their subscription monthly active users are up. What does that count for? Is that just Xbox or PC or?
It could be. Who knows? It could literally just be for like people who've got an account on Xbox. It doesn't mean you're paying for Xbox Live. It just means literally you have an account and you've logged in or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
it's one of those fake metrics that no one cares about. It's just there to make them look good. It's like we do so well, even though
that kind of metric.
Yeah, tell us the important metric. You know what I mean?
Just in case anyone wants to know, the world is screwed. Breaking news, an iceberg the size of London has broken off the Arctic ice shelf. We're all fucked.
I saw that.
You're right.
Yeah, well, I might as
fucking
well
dead.
drink myself to death before a wave gets me.
I'd be dead already if it was serious.
I ain't dying by water. If I'm going to die by anything liquid, it's going to be alcohol.
The size of London is quite fucking big, isn't it?
Yeah, but like Antarctica's bigger than like all the continents combined, so it's not too big.
That's a lot of water displacement.
Yeah.
That'd be alright.
Typical American. That's nothing. It's only small, you know.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
It's only like, 0.1% or some shit.
Right,
that big.
it's not a math show. We don't need to get numbers that I don't understand.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So, in other news, Xbox has confirmed that it will return to Los Angeles for a showcase this summer ahead of the physical EA show. Now, they haven't said if this is going to be part of the E3 or if this is going to be their own, their own song and dance. What do you guys think?
It's going to be their own thing again because the Microsoft Stadium thing's literally 5 minutes up the road from the convention center, isn't it? It's just going to be linked like they've done all the other times Xbox have been a part of E3. It's just linked to it with E3, the sponsor, instead of Summer Games Fest, which is a bit of a surprise because Jeff's kind of had them for the last few years. So, wonder if that Jeff still had his dummy spat out because Xbox didn't bring anything to Game Awards.
Yeah.
He was too busy. He was too busy masturbating over Kojima's podcast. He didn't care. He didn't even notice. So,
That's exactly right.
Fair enough.
Has anyone listened to Kojima's podcast? Like, is it him talking or is it someone translating? Because if it is, what's the point in it being a Kojima podcast? Why advertise it to Americans and English speakers if it's not really him actually doing the speaking?
Because he can't speak English.
But then why advertise a podcast to
You language racist.
No, but it's true. If it's not him speaking, what's the point in having it as a fucking podcast?
You're one of them that goes abroad and you're asking something, they don't answer in English. Like, come on, you should speak English. Everyone does.
Tell you what, when I went to Disneyland, I was like, toast me a bagel. Like, do you know when you get louder because you don't understand it? You're like, Jesus.
Toast me a bagel.
Yeah.
Bagel.
How many do you want? Four donuts, please. Bloody hell.
Good hell. Oh my god. Right, so we've learned something new tonight. Ash doesn't like anyone that doesn't speak English.
Oh, it's in the racist time, show, isn't it? Fucking hell.
No, it's not that, but I just don't get the point of doing it's like us advertising this as an English podcast with like a special guest, but the special guest doesn't speak because it's then narrated by someone else. What's the point? It could be anyone doing it.
You know what Kojima should do? He should like troll the whole internet, and they'll be like, "Don't worry, his whole podcast is in English, and then he speaks nothing but Japanese, and there's no subtitles."
No, there's two versions of the podcast. One where he's just speaking Japanese, and the one where the other guy translates.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this silly.
Or was it a she? I can't remember if it's a she. Sounds better as a woman. Yeah, sounds better as a woman.
Is Kojima a she?
No, the narrator.
That explains some things.
Yeah. Kojima goes, yes.
You can't fuck me. 1 minute, 1 hour 13. Fucking casual racism got to fucking cut out. Jesus Christ. That is fucking shocking.
I can't speak Japanese.
I will take nonce talk over fucking national
Japanese
impressions.
Oh, but it's okay for him to do Fabio.
Yeah, right.
Isn't it?
Yeah, clearly.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. So another news on that fucking shocking development. AEW Fight Forever is reportedly in limbo due to ESRB rating issues.
Oh, what a shame.
I was looking forward to it.
We've got 2K23 now. We don't need it.
I don't really care about 2K23.
Whoa! It's got Cena on the cover. It's got a Cena showcase mode.
How do you know who's on the front?
John Cena's like run was like one of the most boring ever.
No, you are
It
wrong
was.
in life about so many things. I put up with your Redders, but you're just wrong.
I don't like John Cena. I thought he was overrated.
I think you're overrated.
I think he's great at selling merch. I just don't think he's a very good wrestler.
No, that's true. He is overrated significantly.
So yeah, not the only one who thinks Ash.
How did you know he was on the front cover? Because you can't see him.
We've got special eyes.
That's the joke. Oh Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, John Cena would have gotten destroyed by like 2/3 of the roster if, they were really scrapping. So, even half the chicks.
John Cena, for me, will always be the guy that ushered in the PG era, which is the shittest era.
Yeah.
Attitude Era was where it was at. That was WWE at its peak.
That was WWE full of sexism and everything else, racism.
Back in the days when it was targeted at young adults.
Yeah.
And people that were generally pissed off at their boss.
Parading half-naked women around the ring. You're all for that.
You've heard it now.
We need superstars that can...
women.
Well, you trying to tell me that? You were literally sat here the other day saying how much you wanted to bang Sable. She was an Attitude Era.
No, I was saying you can't complain about Sable, and Brock Lesnar is married to Sable, so he's not done too much himself. You can't sit there and say you can't sexualize WWE and then go on about how much you want to bang Sable.
You want to go back to parading the women round in the ring, not treat them as wrestlers.
That's different to be saying
I would like
attractive.
I want them to bring back.
You want them to be sexualized by creepy, pervy Vince McMahon.
No, I want.
And Jerry Lawler.
I want.
And Jerry Lawler.
I want them to go back to the fucking. I want them to go back to the angsty Attitude Era, but keep the women's wrestling of today and then incorporate it into that attitude-y kind of era. Because at the moment, it's like, at the moment, it's less about wrestling and how much merch can we sell to children? Like that's what I don't like about it now. I went to a WWE event 2 years ago at NXT Plymouth. Fuck me, their t-shirts are like 30 quid. Robbing bastards.
Oh, just admit you're poor and move on. It's fine.
I'm not poor. I'm just not willing to pay 30 quid for a t-shirt that won't fit me. I'm fucking 5XL for fuck's sake.
You get the bigger size then. Don't go for the medium.
They don't have bigger sizes. All their sizes are targeted at fucking young adults and children.
I've got a solution for your Redders, right? Just buy the bed sheets instead and cut smalls inside.
Buy the bed sheets.
Fine, mate.
I miss the Attitude Era, man. They were the best years.
Yeah.
Have you actually watched some of the Attitude Era stuff? Like, if you watch the Attitude Era stuff now, it's cringy. It's so bad.
Great though. It's great. Like Stone Cold beating up his boss, like Shawn Michaels, and
beating up his wife at home.
Yeah.
Look, we can't have everything. I'm not saying he's a standing citizen.
Yeah.
I'm saying he was great at what he did.
Oh, and do you not remember that episode where they had Val Venus have sex on a bed in the middle of the ring?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was Edge. That wasn't Val Venus.
That's great content.
Edge.
It was Edge, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was Edge. Yeah.
That one segment completely destroyed her career for years.
She's a bitch anyway. I met her once. She wasn't very nice.
I met Hurricane Helms once. He was a dick. He was a massive dick. He was literally wrestling in this tiny little school in a town in the arse end of nowhere in Cornwall, and he had such an attitude issue. That was the same show that I saw Tegan Knox for the first time back when she was wrestling as Nixon Newell. And everybody in that room knew she was going to be a fucking star, but Hurricane Helms was an absolute troll, man. Like, you pay like 30 quid for meet and greet tickets. And then you meet him, you're like, oh, can I get a photo? It'd be like, yeah, it costs you an extra tenner. And we're like, oh, can you sign this? Well, yeah, but it'd be an extra tenner. I'm like, fuck off, Hurricane Helms, you weren't even that good. But then you go to an event, and then I went to another event where I met like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, absolute sweetheart. You paid for the meet and greet. Yeah, paid for the meet and greet, and everything was included. Photo, sign something. I even won a fucking Hacksaw Jim Duggan blow up doll, and they signed that for me.
You've got a male blow up doll.
Yeah, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Do Do things with your
No,
male
not that kind of fucking
blow-up
sexual
doll?
doll, you pervert.
You never
Standard male-
specified.
It's just like a
What
fucking.
are you doing with 2x4, eh? What are you doing?
But no, like you could tell the legends, the ones that are just looking to make a quick buck. Chris Masters was there actually on that event, and so was Mr. Kennedy. And fuck me, they didn't want to wait around for everybody, so they literally started walking through the fucking line, just signing shit, taking photos, so they could fuck off early. It was horrendous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, apparently
Actually,
AEW
yeah.
Fight Forever is currently in limbo. I'm looking forward to that game because it's made by the same studios that used to make the old SmackDown games. That were fun. I don't like it when it goes like too serious or fucking too monetized. 2K games, the online always lags, and there's so much of the game focused towards microtransactions.
Yeah.
I've got no interest in it. I want something like AEW Fight Forever. Or even a new, like, WWE Superstars. Do you remember that? Arcadey
I
one.
enjoyed
Like
Superstars.
Yeah.
That's great. I want more of that. Anyway,
Yeah, Superstars was good.
moving on. So, bit of shit news this is, to be honest. I'm quite disappointed. But the guy is scum. Rick and Morty creator Justin Roiland has resigned from Squatch Games. The High on Life Xbox exclusive. He has resigned. He's also been... What's going on, Daft Praxis? He's also been removed from Rick and Morty. He's no longer voicing Rick and Morty.
And there's other stuff they've announced. That Hulu one, he's been removed from that as well now.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. Solar Opposites, is it?
Yeah, Solar Opposites or something like that.
So yeah, he's been removed from that. And, at first I was like, well, wait until we find out more about what's going on. He is being charged with one count of, is it felony battery?
Yeah.
And one count of false
Being a
imprisonment.
creeper.
But still,
That's not what
allegedly.
he's being charged for, though.
Still allegedly. He hasn't gone
Yeah.
into court yet. He hasn't officially. It's been charged, but it's still got to go through the court. So it's still allegedly.
You know what though?
He probably has done it, but it's still.
Well,
Well-
we can say he has been a creep because we've seen the messages he's sent to people,
Yeah.
which weren't appropriate and were weird.
Here's the thing: he is only being charged with one count of battery and one count of false imprisonment. But it's the shit that came out after he got arrested for this. I mean, there's a lot of screenshots going around Twitter of him being absolutely creepy as fuck with minors.
Yeah.
Honestly, it looks like grooming. It looks like he's grooming minors.
Yeah.
Which is just, I would believe that that's got more to do with why he's resigned than.
How much has he resigned to he's been forced out and they're just saving face saying he's resigned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm not that bothered because I'd like to see another game from that team. They did a good job, but I cannot stand his voice. So win for me because if they do another game, he'll not be in it. So
But even though he's resigned as CEO, doesn't he still actually own the majority of Squinich Games, the company? He won't lose his shares. He's still going to get paid.
Well,
Anyone buys
yeah,
their
it's
games,
probably
he's
a-
going to make money. He
Yeah,
just
it's probably a
won't
money
be in the
decision.
company.
Because the sooner he resigns, then it's saving face for this company that still owes him money from the games. So the sooner he was out, the better, because he's still making more money than if he hangs on and says, "Hey, I'm going to fight these allegations."
Yeah. His career's ruined, whatever the outcome.
Here's the thing. I mean, Adult Swim have severed ties with him. He's no longer going to be voicing Rick and Morty. And they're going to recast the characters. But I don't see how Rick and Morty can be Rick and Morty without the guy who voices Rick and Morty.
Have you
We'll
not
get
seen
someone
that
who
thing on
sounds just
Twitter?
like him. You'll not even
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
the difference.
Did you not see that thing on Twitter? That guy that was doing the voices, which was near
Yeah,
enough
but-
identical.
Are they going to bring him in and keep the same voices, or are they going to write it in some sort of twisted fucking...
They still
I mean-
stop the show.
Well,
they still
Here's the
stop the
thing.
show.
They
You'll
won't
still
stop the
get
show.
royalties.
They won't stop the show because they've ordered up until I think they ordered like 70 episodes. That was back in 2018, 2019.
If
and
they
they've
have
still got 3 more seasons to put out.
if they have someone that sounds close, though, you're not going to know the difference. A good example is that Scarface game. When I played it, I legitimately thought Al Pacino was the voice for it. I had to see the credits, and I said, "Damn, that's not his voice, but it sounds just like him." So they can get someone that sounds just like him, and you'll never know the difference.
But the problem is, he did a lot of the writing for it as well, didn't he? It wasn't just the voices.
Yeah.
I mean, those episodes like intergalactic television and stuff. Those those improv episodes. That was all his, creations. He literally went into the booth and started spouting lines, and then they wrote the show. Like they animated the show around his voice, his improv.
Yeah.
He also did Morty's Mind Blowers as well. That was an improv one. So it's not just the voices. He had a lot of influence in that show, and it shows in the character designs. It's like the character designs for High on Life are very similar to what you would see in Rick and Morty or Solar Opposites. I mean, they look like they could be related.
And it's going to be difficult for them to, they can recast his voice, but like you said, if the writing's involved, it's going to take them a lot longer to really find writers that write extremely similar to him, or that type of comedy. Definitely sucks.
It's like what Luke Steele was saying, where it's not just a case of doing impressions. It's also you need voice actors.
Yeah.
You can't just have someone coming in and doing impressions. They need to be able to act out these lines and act out the show. But yeah,
by doing the same sort of thing, it's keeping what he's done's going, and they should just get rid of it, cancel it, do no more.
You got to think though, it is Rick and Morty. They could easily go to a different universe. They could easily be in a universe where their voices have fucking changed. They could write that in any way they wanted to. But it is going to be weird for the show for sure. But yeah, he is a piece of shit for what he's been doing with minors on Twitter. Yeah, it's not good. It's not a good look for the show. I think they did the right decision to remove him.
Yeah, I don't think he had a choice really. I think it probably more pushed, or he saw the writing on the wall. But the fact that he kept it hidden all this time, what was going on, it's not done him any favors.
Here's the thing I can't get my head around, right? This is a crime that's supposed to have happened back in, 2020? Like, why is he only being charged for it now if it happened 3 years ago?
You'd be surprised how long things take to go through courts, and you've got to remember COVID and everything.
How did nobody know? Like, there must have been like a police report or something.
I don't know how
it's only just coming out now.
But the thing is, I don't know how it works in America, but it depends on the statutory limitations of how long they've got to do it. Certain things have time limits. It's probably because things have gone too far, and then someone's come forward and says it needs to stop. You just don't know. We'll never know until maybe we'll see it on Court Watch or something like that on that Court TV on Sky, where they always show all things. Because I tell you, that Amber Heard and Johnny Depp court case, I was riveted to that. That was awesome.
Oh, I fucking loved that. That was my favourite soap for 6 weeks. I thought it was fucking great.
Let's get another one of them.
She did get destroyed.
She did.
It was a facey she pulled.
Yeah.
My dog sat on a bee.
It was like she was sat on a bloody pineapple or something like that. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, everything about her fucking testimony looks scripted and sounded scripted.
She does look good in a suit, though. I must say.
I don't understand the appeal of Amber Heard. Honestly.
Yeah, me either.
I don't even think she's that good looking.
Nope.
Yeah, it doesn't do it for me.
Is it? Well, maybe if she was, parading herself in bra and panties around a ring, you might go for it. You sexual deviant, you.
And Praxis is spot on. There has been some really fucking bizarre storylines in Rick and Morty that have been, from incest to Morty getting fell up in a different universe by some creepy pedo. It's a bit weird.
He's probably got from his own personal experience.
Yeah,
yeah. This is it. Like, and the things he's wrote to these minors is just, it's not on, man. You can't do that shit. It's creepy.
Well, he'll have his day in court, and because he's denied all the charges, hasn't he? He's pleaded not guilty to everything.
Yeah, he's denied. But that's not what the issue is that everyone's got with it. It's not the assault charge and the false imprisonment charge that people are talking about. It's these messages that he's been sending to minors.
That could have additional charges come from them.
Yeah, for sure.
He'll end up buying. He'll end up just paying a shed load of money, buy him off, have it all settled out of court.
Wow,
Don't hold back
Praxis.
practice. Say how you really feel.
Jesus.
Are you allowed to show that comment live on stream?
Yeah,
Do you
I'm not
mind
saying
if-
it, am I?
Yeah, but he's showing it. Does that not count?
Yeah,
Does that
no,
not matter?
I'm not saying it. We're not spamming it. We're not repeating it over and over. You can have a little bit of swearing. You just can't be like F this, F that, F, like I normally am.
Like you've been all this show, you mean?
I haven't been that bad. Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not
yeah.
every other sentence.
my missus is always telling me off that I swear too much. I only swear with people that I'm comfortable with. So if I'm swearing a lot, it's only because I'm comfortable with you. I wouldn't do it in proper setting.
Oh, thanks. I feel so special.
That's fine. I think BMG is getting this show flagged like 30 times in the first 8 minutes.
To be fair,
I've screwed this show.
YouTube's going to be more pissed off about BMG's casual racism than they are about my fucking swearing.
Yeah.
So, shocking behaviour, BMG.
I'm not well. I'm
That's
not
your
well.
excuse. I'm not well. It just comes out.
It's like words come out before I think them, and it's like,
I'll tell you what, we've actually... Oh, Ash, do you want to talk about Game Pass news?
Yeah, suppose.
You might as
Yeah.
well do something, because you've been sat there playing your fucking game all show. Come on.
I'm playing a really good game right now that I wasn't expecting to like, but it's really awesome. So
Marvel Snap.
that's it. Yeah, I've just played
Yep.
Marvel. No, it's called,
oh yeah. Once you go
Wait,
Marvel,
Halo.
there's no other rival.
Hit us with the Game Pass news.
Yeah, so there's some Game Pass news. I'm gonna. Oh, man. Play the game, man. Jesus.
I'll tell you
Oh
what,
my god.
you only get quality on this show.
Give me a sec.
That's the one thing you're guaranteed whenever you tune in.
There you go, look at you.
Quality and professionalism.
Yep.
I've got an achievement. Have any of you had it where your achievements don't pop on your screen when you're playing?
Yeah, I had to restart my Xbox. Yep.
They're popping on my phone, but they're not popping on my actual screen, which is really annoying.
Yeah,
I thought you
mine's
didn't
on
care
that
about
as well.
achievements.
No, but it's nice.
Oh,
to
he's
know
all
I'm
about
popping.
achievements.
Yeah.
It's nice to feel them and get them every now and again.
Nice to feel them.
Yeah.
Stop moaning.
I bet he's got his controller fucking resting
So
on
it's like it's like a marriage, that, isn't it? You like to feel it now and again.
That's it, yeah.
He likes to feel his achievements.
Jesus.
like Redders with his blow up doll.
Right, so let's jump into it. So this weekend we have some free-to-play days. So you're getting Lawn Mowing Simulator, Assetto Corsa Competizione, or whatever it is, Train Sim World Free, which is clearly the best of the bunch. So they're free to play over the weekend. So if you want to play them, you've got till Monday the 30th of January. We've done a video review for Lawn Mowing Simulator, and it's like a dinosaur park expansion. So you can check them out on the channel if you are so interested. And after a quiet month in Game Pass, because there hasn't been a lot of Game Pass news.
That's been quite quiet in January.
Yeah, obviously we've had some good games. We had Persona and everything, and we had Monster Hunter Rise, but there's not been anything else. So they finally announced some stuff. So obviously we have Hi-Fi Rush got released yesterday on Xbox Series X and S, Cloud and PC. We then have January 27th, so tomorrow, GoldenEye 007 on Cloud and console. We were talking about this yesterday. This doesn't look like it's a full game release. It looks like it's part of Rare Replay. So it doesn't look like it may be on sale separately, which is interesting. But if you do own Rare Replay, you do get GoldenEye included for free. It will just get added to your Rare Replay collection. January 30th, you've got RoboQuest, which is a game preview game on console. January 31st, Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, which is cloud and console. Inculinate game preview, cloud, console, and PC on January 31st. That looks really good. And JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. I don't know why they've always got letters at the end, but cloud, console, and PC. And then moving into February, which is weird because they don't normally do them into separate months. It's normally like first half a month, second half a month, but obviously we're in the quiet time, so they thought, well, we'll stick some of February on. You've got Darkest Dungeon, Cloud Console and PC, and Grid Legends on Cloud, which is crap, on February 2nd, because that's part of your EA Play. And February 7th, we are getting, apparently, Hot Wheels Unleashed Game of the Year edition on Cloud Console and PC, and apparently that is the Xbox One version. But they have said that's been coming about 4 times now, so who knows? And at the end of the month, we're losing Donut County, which is a fun little game about like sinkholes, worms, weapons of mass destruction, Taiko no Tatsujin, the Drum Master, and Telling Lies, which is one of those video-esque Wales Interactive style games. So
Cool.
Very nice.
Some nice games coming. There's a lot of games, well, not a lot, but there's a few games leaving. But it's a very lean January compared to every other month we've had in Game Pass. This is the quietest one in a long time. So hopefully this isn't the thing going forward. Obviously, January there isn't a lot of game releases compared to the rest of the year, but still, it's a bit meh compared to what we've had over the last year of Game Pass. So
Yeah. I did want to throw out there about Donut County. For anyone who hasn't played it, we only have it for a few more days, but it's an easy 1,000 gamer score if you're looking for that.
Yes.
so it's Telling Lies as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Cool.
Redders,
So,
can I ask
hello.
you something?
What's that?
Do you dress up that doll?
What doll?
The blow-up doll?
Oh, I don't have it. I don't have it anymore.
He's like, can you
Years
send?
ago.
He's like, can you send it to me?
What,
Yeah.
what
went-
happened to it?
It went down on me once, and then I fucking got rid of it.
Went down.
Yeah. As in, all the air came out of it, not the other went down
yeah. Slip of the tongue there.
on me. Yeah. So I'll tell you what, that's pretty much all we got for tonight. Actually thought we could be going on for longer, but we're missing the Jinner. R.I.P. the Jinner. If you were enjoying his virtual property or virtual real estate show, you'll be pleased to know that that survived 1 episode. You can catch that on the channel.
Someone liked, you know something? It just popped up on my phone before. Someone's actually liked his tweet from Christmas Eve about that virtual bloody apartment.
Yeah, that's what I just
show.
got as well. He's still here in spirit.
He's currently got lost in his Fortnite build that was supposed to come out like 2 months ago.
Oh yeah.
Jinner's
Jesus.
ideas.
Blimey, it's still raining. I've not seen that dude in ages. Is he here? Can't see him.
No.
Oh, I've just seen Praxis at Steel Rain. Fair enough. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. It's always fun when you guys hang out with us and shoot the shit and chat shit with us. It makes it worthwhile. We'll be back next week, same time as usual. You can catch Sentinel and BMG on the PSN show on Wednesday.
No.
Moving?
Not this next week, but it'll be the week
okay.
after.
Yeah,
Give it a
no,
week
there's, no PSN next week for personal reasons, but we will be back the week after.
Cool. So no PSN show next week, but we will be back on the show on the Thursday.
And then maybe something else on Wednesday night to replace the PlayStation show next week. Just a
Okay,
temporary
cool.
thing. So I'm not saying what it is in case I don't get around to doing it, but that's my aim.
Nice. Cool. So cheers for tuning in, guys. We will see you next week. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. It really does help us out with the algorithm and shit. Yeah. Have a good week, and we'll see you next week. Cheers, guys.
Later, guys.
See you all.